If you have ever felt that overwhelming sense of stress or despair or grief, whether it's from a loss or just life, I want to introduce you to a blend of essential oils from doTERRA called Console that will help you to find comfort and peace and maybe even help you to feel strong enough to get the support that you need. Quick note, if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out new weekly videos every week on boss lady mindset, habits, productivity, and a complete A to Z on essential oils and emotions. So hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell for notifications. What's happening, boss lady? I'm Tara Wagner, your breakthrough coach, helping you to get it done, but to feel great doing it. And in this video, I want to introduce you to a blend of essential oils from doTERRA called Console. This is a blend that helps you with that overwhelming sense of stress, the kind that can be so debilitating. I'm talking about grief, despair, discouragement, dark night of the soul type stuff, right? I'm also going to introduce you to some different ways that you can use it, as well as some precautions and things you need to know to get the most from it. And as always, make sure you watch to the very end because I'm going to be sharing some unique recipes using Console, as well as some affirmations to help you manage these emotions better. If you're new to essential oils and emotions, or you want to understand how these oils work with your limbic system and with your thoughts, be sure to check out my video. I will link it up above as well as in the description below. Right now, let's get into Console. So Console is a blend of frankincense, patchouli, ylang-ylang, labdanum, amyris, sandalwood, rose, and osmanthus. Some really good, really rare, really pricey oils in this little blend. Now, I said this in another video, but I actually really prefer to use blends, especially when we're talking about emotions. I find that you just cover more bases, especially because our emotions tend to be more complex. Sometimes we do need to work with one particular oil, but when you're working with a blend, you're just covering everything all at once. It's got kind of a sweet, somewhat heady aroma. It's a little bit difficult to describe, as they all are. Like, how do you describe what something smells like? But I do find that this is kind of perfumey and it smells a little bit different on everybody. It also comes in two different options. So you have the 5 ml, which is undiluted. This means that you can put it into your diffuser, or you can make your own roller bottles with your own dilution rate. Or you've got the 10 ml, which is pre-diluted, it's convenient, it's ready to go, you don't have to mess with it. Console can also be used either topically or aromatically. So when you're using it aromatically, such as in a diffuser, I would actually recommend that you start off with 3 or 4 drops. A lot of these oils, these emotional blends, are stronger. You don't need the full 7 to 8 drops like a lot of them recommend, a lot of diffusers recommend. So start with 3 or 4, you can add more if you want to. When it comes to topical use, you either want to use the touch or you're going to want to dilute it for yourself. And the ideal dilution rate that I find, because this is such a strong aroma, is about 1 to 5% in a 10 ml roller. So a 10 ml roller is this size. That's going to be about 2 to 8 drops of Console. And then the rest of it you fill up with fractionated coconut oil. In terms of physical uses, although this oil is primarily used for emotional uses, you have some amazing essential oils in this blend that do some really great things on a physical level. So let's go through some of those really quickly before we get into the emotional uses. In terms of physical uses, you can use this to support the inflammatory response. You can use this for all kinds of irritation, but specifically skin irritation. You can also use it for fine lines. You've got oils like frankincense, sandalwood, and rose in here, which is amazing for fine lines and wrinkles, ladies. This would be a great one to use as your moisturizer because of that. You can use it as a perfume. It will help you to sleep. It's especially good for restlessness at night. I like to put it on my lower back and my legs to help them calm down so that I can sleep better. It's gonna support healthy blood pressure, and it's good for the libido. Hashtag bonus. Okay, so let's get into the emotional uses. Console is oftentimes described as a hug in a bottle. And this is because it brings an intense feeling of comfort and warmth, like somebody is just wrapping their arms around you. This makes it a really great oil to use during times of grief, intense sadness, or despair. I also find that my clients really appreciate it in times of overwhelming stress. So when you have so much going on that you cannot see your way out of it, you are just kind of in the depths of everything, dark night of the soul type stuff, this is an oil that's gonna allow you to feel a little bit more comforted. It's gonna allow you to release some of that stress so that you can start to think clearly or maybe ask for support as you're needing it. I also find this is a great oil to use with fear, with emotional pain, with anxiousness, restlessness when you're feeling really panicked. This is a great oil to allow you to calm everything down so that, again, you can think clearly. And because it's so great at calming you down, this helps you when your mind is racing, and it can be really helpful when you are trying to meditate as well. It's gonna help slow your brain down so that you can sit quietly and just fall deep into that meditation. So this is gonna promote a feeling of stability, an ability to rest, to release, to surrender. It's going to increase trust, faith, love. Overall, this is going to give you a feeling of being held and a sense of not being alone in all of the stress, the worry, the overwhelm, the fear, the sadness, the grief that you might be feeling. So let me know what you think so far. Drop a comment below letting me know which emotions you think Console is going to help you with the most. So let's talk about where or how you're going to use these oils to get this benefit. If you're feeling all of this at the end of the day, you might want to diffuse this at night just to help you to release everything and be able to fall asleep easier. If you are feeling a lot of this going on, and especially if you feel a tightness in your chest, go ahead and actually use this over your heart center or even over your upper back. That's going to help you to release everything from your heart center and be able to breathe a little bit easier and feel that sense of support. You can also put this over the back of the neck, which is the brainstem. This is going to help to settle your body. I also like to take it down the spine as well. So now let's look at some favorite recipes that you might want to use Console with. So this first one is about spiritual connection through stress. So when we're feeling that sense of disconnected and that's just kind of leaving us feeling a little unstable, unsure, or definitely alone, this is an oil or a blend that you're going to want to use. This is a diffuser blend, so you're going to use 3 drops of Console, 3 drops of frankincense, and 1 drop of bergamot. Bergamot is the oil of self-acceptance, so this allows you to let go of the stories that you might be telling about yourself. A lot of times when we're lacking that spiritual connection, there's also some stories or some shame that we might be feeling along with that. If the emotions you are feeling are bringing up a lot of guilt, then definitely add that bergamot again, but also look at adding some copaiba. You can play around with the ratios in a 10 ml roller bottle. I would start with about 3 to 5 drops of each and then play around from there. You can also diffuse these in a diffuser. Again, start with maybe 1 to 2 drops of each and play around with the ratios from there. And for some added calm the F down, go ahead and use Console with something like Peace. Peace is another very calming, relaxing oil that's going to help you to just let it all go. And same as before, you can use them in a diffuser together, you can use them in a roller bottle together, starting off small with equal drops and then slowly adding a little bit more until you get the aroma or the effect that you're looking for. All right, now let's look at some affirmations that you can use with Console. And again, if you are not familiar with how the oils and the affirmations work together, be sure to check out my video above as well as in the description below. Here are some of my favorite affirmations to use with Console. Even though I feel despair, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I'm overwhelmed, I choose to remember I am safe. Why is it so easy to allow myself the rest and self-care I need right now? I choose to release all guilt, shame, blame, or trauma I'm holding on to. It's safe to sit with and feel these emotions. It's safe to give myself time and patience. In my sadness, I lean into love and support. It is safe to ask for help with these emotions. I'm surrounded by love and support, and I choose to welcome it into my life. Even though it's hard for me to ask for help, I choose to remember I am loved and others want to be here for me. Even though it's hard to ask for help, I'm opening my heart to receive. Now, this is where I have to do a little PSA announcement because I know that when we're in these times of stress, it can be really dark and really scary, and we can feel very disconnected from solutions or from people. And I want to encourage you, if you're in this place, please reach out and ask for help. There are so many people out there. There are so many crisis centers. There are so many strangers on the street that if you tell them you need support, you'd be surprised the support that will show up for you. So please, 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 I'm getting teary just saying it. If you're in a position where you need help, please ask for it. Everybody is here to love and support you. All right, now you know how to use console for things like grief or sadness or discouragement, but you might be wondering, what other oils are there that I would recommend? This is why I created my guide called Sniff, Sniff, Affirm. It actually goes through the top 10 oils that I recommend specifically for boss ladies. And it also goes through all of the emotions that they address, as well as affirmations that you can use with them. And console is mentioned in there again, and there are some extra affirmations in there as well. It's a free guide. You can get the link to it down in the description below. Please be sure to check that out. Now I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below with any tips or suggestions that you have on using console. Also with any questions that you might have that I could answer for you. Don't forget to download your free Sniff Sniff Affirm guide. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up for me. Share it with anyone that you know would be benefited from it. And be sure to subscribe to get more videos like this every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.